Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing a tag video. It's not very often that I choose to do tag videos. I just find that I end up giving very similar answers for tag videos, especially when they're related to books, and yeah, I'm not very good at tag videos. However, I saw one on a YouTuber's channel called Mira Nair, who I really enjoy her BookTube content, and she has made an original one called the Wishlist Tag, and it's, as it says on the tin, it's talking about your wish list and just talking about things on your wish list and how long they've been on there and how your wish list works. And I just thought it was a really interesting one to do. So I wasn't tagged, but I am taking it upon myself to do it. And I will link her original video down below so you can find out a bit more about her and maybe show her some love and subscribe. So the first question is, how many books do you have on your wish list? I had to look at this and check. I've got 167 books on my wish list, so quite a few. So the next question is, which book have you last got or bought off your wish list? And for me, that is The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Gu. I treated myself to this recently and went to book jail so that I could read it. I have read it and reviewed it, so I'll link up above my thoughts on it. But I really enjoyed it. It was a really interesting YA contemporary involving a Korean Brazilian family with a food truck, and it was good. I enjoyed it. So yeah, if you want to find out more, I have reviewed it, and as I say, I have linked that above. Question 3 is, which book has been on your wish list for the longest? I've picked a couple because they all went on the same day. I have Starflight, Love is the New Black, and Woman Warrior, and all of those went on in August 2016, so it's been quite a while. Question 4 is, a book on your wish list you have no intention of buying. I really don't have books on my wish list which I never have any intention of buying. I did look through them and I definitely want to buy them, and what I do is maybe every few months I do go through there, and sometimes I delete books off of there that I'm not interested in anymore, but I've only recently just done that, so there isn't any books I can tell you for this question. However, I do cull, so I do take books off there occasionally, which is why I tend to use the wish list so that I don't necessarily always go and buy the new releases while the excitement's there, because sometimes the excitement overtakes us and actually when we stop to think about it, the book itself isn't so interesting, or when all the reviews start to come out and say that it's not that good, you then sort of put off a bit. So I do tend to let them sit on my wish list, or some of them at least, for a while to see if I'm still in the mood for them. Question 5 is, a book that has been on and off of your wish list, and the book that I looked through the wish list and found that I think I've taken on and off a few times is called Exit Pursued by a Bear. Now this is a story involving rape and I believe pregnancy from that rape, and the reason it's been on and off is that I keep hearing some people think it's amazing and a great book, others don't like how it's been handled, and all of these people that I've seen talk about it are people that I respect and sort of trust, and so sometimes I'm like, no, I'll take it off, and then I will eventually, I think, just try this for myself, but it's maybe one that I'm going to end up getting from the library at some point, and they don't actually have it at my library at the moment, so I leave it on there to sort of remind me to look. Question 6 is, where do you maintain your wish list? So my wish list is on Amazon because I find that easier. I'm also using it for Bookopoly. It's called my Bookopoly wish list. Myself and Janet use each other's Bookopoly wish lists to buy from each month for our Bookopoly challenge. If you don't know about Bookopoly, I'll link it up above so you can find out a bit more. But I also keep that on there so that I can link it to friends and family if they want to get me books for birthdays and Christmas. Hint to family, I like books for Christmas. They never buy me books for Christmas or birthdays because they know that I've got so many, but the joy of receiving a book is just brilliant. But all of my lovely BookTube friends know that I like receiving books, and they're very kind. So anyway, it's maintained on Amazon, and that's really the only place that I keep it. I say the next question is talking about your wish list habits. So I am very much, I reckon the core 80% of my wish list stems from people talking on BookTube. That is where I get most of my recommendations, whether that's from watching BookTube videos or having discussions with my BookTube friends on Voxer, or just chatting to people that when I meet up with them from BookTube in real life. That generally is where those wish lists come from. If I'm watching a video of someone talking about books and I find them interesting, whilst I'm watching, probably on my iPad, I generally get my phone out and I'm adding to my wish list then. Sometimes I will do that, and then I will have a little cull when I've sort of had a think about it a bit more, but I tend to shove them all on there and then I can have a look a bit later. As I say, the majority of my wish list comes from that. Occasionally I'll be having a conversation with random people in real life who will tell me about a book, and I will find that interesting, but generally I'd say most of my recommendations come from BookTube, and I put them straight onto my wish list. The next is the most expensive books on your wish list. So I've got quite a few here. I've got, I've written a few down because there's some books, there's some trilogies, there's a graphic novel and a box set. So the most expensive thing on my wish list is the Penguin Modern box set. I really want this. I'm really interested in it. I think it's about £60. It's on there as more of a gift book for birthday and Christmas from a family member maybe, or when I've got some money for birthday and Christmas I might treat myself to this. So the Penguin Modern box set's on there. There is a graphic novel called Building Stories, which is a really interesting graphic novel where there's sort of actual building involved in the graphic novel, I believe, and lots of different parts to it, so I really want to try that out. I've got the Skin Jacker series by Neil Shusterman, the sort of 3-book box set for that. And then in terms of just singular books, the most expensive on there are Perennials by Mandy Berman and Avery by Charlotte McConaughey, maybe, which I'm looking forward to. So definitely let me know if you've read Perennials or Avery and if they're any good, because they are 2 of the most expensive books I have on there. Now that may be because when I put them on originally I put them on in hardcover and now they've come out in paperback, but as it stands on that actual wish list, those are the 2 individual books that come up as the most expensive. So anyway, that's my wish list tag. I really enjoyed it. It was interesting looking through my wish list and having a little look at the different prompts for this. If you fancy doing it, go ahead and do it. I'd love to see anyone that fancies doing it. I won't tag anyone particular because I think sometimes it's nice just to decide for yourself to do it. But it definitely would be something that I would watch. So if you do decide to go and make a video and do the wish list tag, then let me know in the comments down below and I will definitely go over and check it out. Anyway, that's it for me and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.